All right, everybody, welcome. I am the Night Owl, here for some more Dominaria United draft. I got my Planeswalker Polo on today because there's nothing like a little like superstitious stuff like this to help power you through a draft. Um, let's see. So last draft I played red white and went 5-3, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I'm hoping to and I can't remember if I called this out in the last draft, but I have a tendency to want to play really aggressive decks. I mean, I think that's just kind of my style, and this is kind of what I found works in the format. However, I'm starting to wonder if like I really should be leaning into like stuff that's like a little bit sweeter sometimes, you know what I mean? Um, and if I'm avoiding decks that could be like as sweet as they possibly could be because I'm a little nervous about like trying to like stretch my colors too far and all that kind of stuff. So something I just want to keep in mind. That said, this pack isn't really like leaning me into like any sort of direction where I could do something like that. Like I think like one of the white uncommons might be it, like maybe Runic Shot. I'm gonna start with Runic Shot. This is only okay. It's not a very good aggro card because it only kills a tapped creature, but it's super cheap, which is really nice. It's I'm not huge on this, but it's kind of the best card in the pack. Resolute Reinforcements is kind of the other card just because this is like it's not that special, but it's like kind of what white is doing, and you want your 2 drops in your white decks. Other than that, like none of this pack is weak overall. It's not Scholar of Antiquity here. I don't think that this card's good. We'll start with the Runic Shot. Not an amazing start, but we'll go with it. What about this? So actually I have a couple options. So both of these cards are good and would go good in a red white, even though this, like I said, this isn't much of an aggro card. It doesn't mean you can't play it in an aggro deck. Whereas like Tori is like definitely an aggro card. And then if I'm playing red white, that's an aggro color archetype, you know. But I think I'm gonna take Micromancer. Micromancer here is almost a bomb. Is a really good way to follow up a Runic Shot here. Like this is actually a solid combo, and I'm already inclined to play the blue because you really don't have to kick this spell, but it's nice. And yeah, Micromancer is just like a really high power card. So I think I'm gonna go with this. I think this is a really good follow up. If it wasn't that, I'd probably take the Lightning Strike over the Torii. I think, but it's close. Like I think that this kind of stuff is just safer and more reliable than like leading into something color intensive and more expensive than that. So yeah, I think we'll go with Micromancer here though. Nice follow up. Nice follow up. Okay, bunch of blue cards. So I think I'm going to take Silver Scrutiny. I'm kind of leaning into just kind of like I was saying. I don't really like play like the defensive or like control decks very much, or like decks that like go into like really sweet stuff. But let's go for it. I got a Runic Shot. I got a Micromancer. I can take Silver Scrutiny here. It looks like a common and an uncommon were taken out of this pack. There's also Berserker and Rada, you know. So both of these like are like definitely in a very different direction. So I got to keep my eye on that being open. Cavalier would go good with this deck. But all the blue cards here are actually reasonable. Plus, there's the blue rare in the pack, so we're gonna go with that. Um, keep my eye on this though. Maybe it ends up being that like blue red spells is open or something like that. What do I think here? Well, so there's an Extinguish the Light, kind of the best card. So I could be like just like splashing Runic Shot. Um, this would also because this would also be good in Control Shell. Both the white creatures are fine here, but it feels weird picking them over Extinguish the Light. Same with the blue spells. Like all the white and blue spells here, just like kind of lower power than this. This is Garna. I'm super far away from that, but I'm seeing like lots of red cards, so I don't know. I think Extinguish the Light's a reasonable pick here, though. Yeah. Okay, so what do I think about this? I don't think it's Bone Splinters or Barricade to go with my Extinguish the Light. I think I'm going to take a blue spell here because there's Artillery Blast and Drawbridge. Both of these are fine, not amazing. Um, I don't think I'm going to go in the joint exploration direction. That this card is fine, but I think I'd be more inclined to just take Talus Lookout here. Nice mid-range blue creature. No matter what my deck ends up looking like, it's going to be pretty solid in it. Gives a little card advantage, a little evasion. I think it's close to the best card in the pack anyways. I'll go with that. Yeah, wow, blue's open. Okay, so Frostfist Strider for sure. There's also Flowstone Infusion. I was going to say that actually red looks like it could be open too, but it's really just the Flowstone Infusion. Hammer Hand and Enthralled the Pit, nothing special. All three of these cards are playable though, and one of them is a Frostfist Strider. I actually like this card a lot. Really locks on the board, nice and big. Can't really get it out of the way easy. Yeah, I like that. Deck's a little on the expensive side right now, but doesn't have to be. So what do I like here? There's Relic, if I want to get into like casting my expensive spells a little bit more. I have no legends to go with it, but you don't really need it. But it's not like I'm like super stretching my colors right now. I think one of the white 2 drops is probably the best thing for my deck, except I don't really know that I'm playing white yet. Like I really just have the one Runic Shot, so I'm actually more inclined to take a blue card in the Soaring Drake, even though that these white creatures, like if I do end up playing blue-white, I think I'd want the Herbalist more. I just am not married to white enough yet that I think I'm going to take it. It's like filler anyway, so I might as well take the blue filler. Right, here I'm going to take our timely interference. You really don't have to kick this spell for it to be decent. It's still like kind of an annoying trick. Again, Bone Splinter's Barricade. Like the green cards are decent here, but they're just kind of like filler role players, not really where I need to be. I'll just take the timely. I could even still be blue-red spells. Like it looked like red was kind of open. Pretty easy espionage here. Another card draw spell to go with my deck that is, again, looking on the more controlling side. I'm already inclined to play black for the kicker. Solve for time would be good too if I was in the blue-white. If I was leaning more blue-white, but no, again, just keep taking blue cards. Same rationale. What do I think about this? So all these cards are really replaceable. Oh, my game is freezing? Uh-oh. Did the client freeze? What's going on here? Oh, this is bad. Okay. Well, that might be that. Hang on. Shoot. So my client crashed here. I don't know how much you can tell what's going on. We will see if I can get back into it in a reasonable time. What did I get? Well, I got the Shield Wall Sentinel. Okay. I ended up taking a Tide Turner. I might have missed something out of that other pack, but it's fine. A bunch of blue cards came around. Probably don't want to play this Impede Momentum the way my deck is going. But the Shield Wall Sentinel was the card I wanted from that first pack, so I really just missed like one pick, kind of. What do I think about this pack? Well, I think I don't like it. I think I don't like it. So again, red was a color I'm considering, black's a color I'm considering, white's like I could be any color to pair with blue. The blue cards are not special, timely being the best one, and I think I might pick it here. Because the black cards are really unspecial, especially when I'm playing blue-black. You really don't need Shadow Prophecy as much, because I have things like Espionage. I don't really look like a Berserker deck. Like, it's again, I could be blue-red spells, but I don't think... Like, I look a little bit more defensive and controlling than that. So I think I'm going to take the Timely, which also would go well in the blue-red spells deck, if I end up playing that. Yeah, kind of a weak first pick here, but... Another Micromancer. I think that's what I'm going to take. Now I'm gonna now I have two timelies actually. So between that and the runic shot, like I already have like a bunch of targets for it. So that's really good. There's also Najal, tail swipe being better there. Yeah. But Micromancer is kind of easily the best card in this pack. Alright, so let's sort this out like this. My other color spells over here. Silver Scrutiny. I got this selected, right? Yep. Impede Momentum, probably going in the side because it's just too much of a tempo effect. I'll take the Micromancer. Please actually go on the sideboard. Thank you. All right, so we have Urtai Resurrected. This card's okay. Not actually crazy about it. So there's Geyser, Runic Shot, and Impede Momentum. I think I'm going to take the other Runic Shot here. And I just will want to pick up like a white land even if I don't end up playing blue-white. Like another removal spell here that's like super cheap and can be fought with my Micromancer, super good. Even though I don't need additional Micromancer targets because I got the other timelies, I still think that it's probably a really excellent card to include in my deck. And I think the only thing I'm missing on is Geyser here, so I won't go through next shot. Another Strider, Espionage, Lookout, Shadow Ray Priest. Is this a thing? No. I think I'm going to take another Strider. The other option's Lookout, but I think Strider's a little bit better, even though it's a little more expensive. I think like topping out on Striders is really nice. So we'll go with that. Oh, okay. So options here are Rager, if I want to go more in the blue-black direction. There's also Sunlit Marsh, which would only be good if I play blue-white, I'm not going to splash the Extinguish the Light. So if I play blue-black, then this will be an acceptable land. There's also Nail, which I could take if I wanted to try to slip a green card in, but I just don't think I'm going to do the domain thing. Like, I don't even have a single land at this point. I think I'm going to take Phyrexian Rager. I could miss this Sunlit Marsh. If I take the Rager, I'm leaning more into a blue-black direction, and I really want that Sunlit Marsh for the runic shots, but I think I'll pick those up later. A third Micromancer. Do I want to do it? I think so. This card's incredible. This card's incredible. Like, I'm going to have, like, 3 4-mana 3/3s that find removal spells in my deck. Like, that's amazing. Again, it's better than the third Timely, the second Espionage, or the Drake. Yeah, I'll take another Micromancer. And this is a clear Tolarian Terror. Absolutely. Not even much to talk about there. All right, now here we got Geyser, which I think is what I'm going to take. This is a card, you know, I think I mentioned in the last draft I should be trying to play this card a little bit more because the pros seem to really like it. So I'm definitely going to pick it here, see how we feel about it. Put this up here. Illusionist, Turtle, Axe. None of this is important. I'll take Tablet just in case like I end up just having to like play Plains in order to get this runic shot in. I'm not going to miss either of these cards. I'm not going to miss Axe. Yeah, don't intend on playing that, but if things go poorly, I could. So I got the one Shield Wall Sentinel. Could take another one. Probably better than Meteorite. Probably better than this. Because if I do open a Chaplain, basically, this is like... I don't actually intend on playing these, but I could end up playing a Chaplain if I find one, and in which case these become really good. So I'll take another Haunting Figment. Fill out my cheaper slots. Again, I'm not really an Impede Momentum deck. Another Espionage. Perfect. Yeah, great. My cards are all over the place. Another Tide Turner. I'm not going to play 3 of these. I don't want to play 2 Impede Momentums either. A Drake, yeah. Decent filler. So, I mean, my deck is like full up, basically. Like, I really am just going to be like replacing stuff at this point. This is oh boy, but there's a Tolarian Terror in the pack, which I really do want. How many spells do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not insane or anything, but it's really good. I think it's way too important to pick up this Beachfront here, though. Especially because I already got top end with like Strider, and I have one Terror already. Yeah, I think the Beachfront has to be the pick. Wrath, huh? Yeah, this definitely looks like it could be a Wrath deck. This card's really good. So maybe I'm just blue-white, and I'm not playing these black spells. That could be the case. Because Wrath is a lot better when you're base blue-white rather than splashing the Wrath, because of the activated ability requires double white, and you want to actually cast Wrath early, unlike a lot of your bombs where it's like you want to cast it as one of your your later spells so that it doesn't just eat a removal spell. You're actually incentivized to get Wrath on the board early so that you can get the payoff of casting the spells and drawing the additional cards off it. So Rona's Vortex or Essence Scatter. I think I'm going to pick Vortex. Again, I could still splash the white or splash the black on this. Essence Scatter is really good. But I got 3 Micromancers, so being able to find Vortex is incredible. Yeah, I think the Vortex is better. I'd much rather be blue-white at this point than blue-black splashing the white. But not necessarily even. Yeah, so we got an Aquifer. Basically, the other pick here is Blight Pile, which I'm not really interested in going in. I mean, it is a good like early defensive creature. I think I'm just going to take Aquifer and make my mana better, though. And then I could play like kind of all of it. Yeah? These Sentinels are going to the sideboard. Yeah, I'm not going to miss Blight Pile, right? Like, you do want cheap defensive creatures, but I think just having better mana at this point. So, Academy Wall. There's Choking Miasma. Choking Miasma is actually not bad in my deck. I might play it. It might be one of my only ways to beat the white go wide decks. So I think actually I might take it. Most of my creatures live through it, except for the Haunting Figments, which I don't really have to play. Someone going in here too. Yeah, and I'm not missing anything. I think the only thing I'm really missing is Academy Wall, which I'm not going to be sad about. Urtai's Scorn. Just like kind of a cancel. Temporary Lockdown. Well, this is like kind of a different choking miasma if I wanted to go the blue-white direction. There's also Urtai's Scorn. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I'm not going to miss Urtai's Scorn, and depending on how I want my deck to actually look, that would actually might be a decent creature. Apparition Barricade, Breed Spike Reveal Turn. Sacrifice a creature, huge, opponent discards a card. I don't like that. Hand. If they don't, that's just I just don't like it. Let's take Sea Scavenger. Actually, what did I get? I was about to take Barricade there because it's actually just kind of a better defensive creature than like Sea Scavenger is, but there's really not an important pick. Nothing here for me. Take Bone Splinters in case this is the way I want to go. I'm not going to play Meteorite, Axe. I'm not going to play any. Really not going to play any of this. Actually, I'll play Battlefly Swarm. I'll play Battlefly Swarm. This seems like the most likely to actually make my deck. Like, but I really don't have a good Bone Splinters deck going, so Swarm might actually be reasonable. I don't want that. I'll take Drawbridge. Probably not going to play it. Legendary stuff. Don't need it. Don't really need any of this. Let's take a third Figment. I'll take a Grotto. I could play that, actually. I'll take a Turtle. I don't think I'm going to get any additional cards here. So I just got to kind of figure out whether I'm blue-white or blue-black. How I want to do it. Plenty of Shield Wall Sentinels. I can chain those off for forever. Okay. I suppose I could have picked up a red land for the kicker on the Timely, but that doesn't seem super important. So definitely got some build options here. I like that I have both Temporarily Lockdown and Choking Miasma, so either way I want to go on that direction. Like, I'm going to have some way, like, you really do want to think about, like, how you can beat, like, the given archetypes that you could run into, and, like, the white decks that go wide really can be a problem, so having a good way to, like, knock those over is really good. Play these, probably play two of these, one of these maybe. Start with one Espionage, Geyser, all the Micromancers in the Lookout. Striders, Terror. This Wrath for sure. Okay. So we got something like this going. And this is 19 cards. So what else do I want? What else do I want? So if I do play the black, I'll get an Extinguish the Light, a Rager, a Choking Miasma. But I could just forego it. Play the Temporary Lockdown. Is this card actually going to be good in my deck? Is it going to be good enough? There's going to be plenty of boards where it's like really not amazing. Whereas Choking Miasma can be a little bit easier to use in a way because you could like attack and then like have the creatures get damage on them, and then you can actually kill bigger creatures with this, but this will only get mana value 2 or less. But I'm just kind of less excited about playing the black right now. I could just still just splash these. All right. I do have lands to help make it happen. You know. Because the only cards that I'll probably actually play 2 Tide Turners over the 2-1 split that I had going. Because what I have this for kicker, this for kicker. Will help me cast all of these. Yeah. Yeah, I think getting another removal spell, another card draw spell for the mid game. I think Choking Miasma is a little bit better than the Temporary Lockdown. So I can put this over here. And then yeah, I'll just splash these white spells. Yeah, I think that seems good. So what's my last card? It could be a Drake, just for another mid-range creature filler. Could be an Espionage for another card draw spell, which does seem reasonable. Though I already got two. I mean, I got two Timelies, which kind of cycle. Like, I got three cards that cycle. Fire Expedient, Espionage, and a Silver Scrutiny for additional draw. Plus three Micromancers that, like, find me additional spells. Lookout, Rager. Yeah, I don't think I need to play another Espionage. I have a lot of card advantage already built into the deck. I got Wrath. Yeah, so no reason to play like another card draw spell here when I could be playing something like Drake that just like helps me lock up the, play a play I can make in the early game to not get run over, and then actually like plays as a threat later. That's reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. It's kind of my best filler creature. Other option being like the third Tide Turner, which this card's a little weak, but I mean it will help me cast some stuff. Extinguish the light and go over here. There's also Battlefly Swarm, which is kind of a removal spell in a way. It's pretty weak, but playable. I actually don't know which of my best is filler here, or which of my filler is best here. It's not this, because I don't want to play one of the two toughness creatures because I'm playing the Choking Miasma. I'd rather play Drake. It's basically between Drake and Tide Turner, I think. I think between those two, I'm going to play Tide Turner. Third Tide Turner. Damn, boy, that's a lot. But this helps like fill out like the cheaper slots in my deck, and it will help like cast my expensive spells. So I think it's probably the best. Again, a little on the weak side, but it's okay. I think just like having like a cheaper spell I can play, and also one that'll help me get my expensive spells out of my hand is probably better than just playing like a 2/3 flyer. How am I going to actually kill my opponent, though? I got the Terror and the Frostfist Striders, but I kind of have to get like everything out of the way for those, kind of. So maybe Drake is reasonable. Yeah, I actually think it's Drake. This will also help me against like random like flyers and stuff like that. So okay, yeah, we'll go with this. So I'll play all three of these lands here. And then I'll play like what? Like one plains. Right? And that gives me 3 white sources for my 3 white cards. But I got a bunch of card draw that'll help me find additional white sources. And then what I got, I already got 2 black sources kind of, so I got 13 lands to add. 2 blue sources, 13 lands to add. I could do like 8 and 6. And that'll give me a bunch of blue, and I need the blue the most by a lot. And then 6 swamps will give me technically 8 black sources, which I do want double black for a number of these. Actually, maybe that's a little bit high. Maybe I actually add another plains to make sure I can get there with my white spells. And then that gives me 12. And then I could add 7 blue and 5 swamps. Is 5 swamps too many? The thing I'm just really concerned about the double black is where I'm coming from there. But 5 swamps seems excessive. I do 8 and 4. No, that's yeah. I think I'm gonna do 7 and 5. It's a little excessive, but you really want to make sure that you get double black. So yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks good. That's not too low on blue, is it? No, it's like 9 blue sources plus the grotto. Like I think that's got to be good enough. Okay, cool. That's the deck. Yeah, we'll see for round 1. Okay, round 1, we are on Esper Control. Very different from anything I've really played in this format so far. It looks like a hand to me. Let's do it. Can't cast my Extinguish Light yet, but I'll be fine. I'll live. I'm going to lead on this. In case I draw Wrath, maybe. Yeah, I'll just get the Tide Turner going. I could like play the tap land and then go that way, but I don't see really reason to do that. Okay, Rootwalla. It is annoying. No decks. Fine. I will block here because my Tide Turner really isn't doing anything. They can't really do much with the Rootwalla as of yet. So I just won't really be too afraid of that. Oh, Librarian. Okay, that's fine. Well, my Tide Turner is looking kind of bad. The card is not great. I'll definitely say that. They put a card on top. Well, I hope that's something that they did for domain purposes. So I'm going to need another black source eventually, but now Rona's Vortex is a good draw. I'll just jam Lookout. Okay. And actually, like, if something comes up where I can, like, Vortex off of the Tide Turner, that'd be super sick. I could eat their whole turn and spend my Vortex to eat their turn by, like, blocking Rootwalla, making them pump with Rootwalla, and then doing that. Is that worth spending an entire card on? Eating their entire turn? It's close. I don't think so, though. We'll just block like this. Don't want to take the damage. I'm fine trading the better creature for the worst creature here, get my card draw, and survive. Oh, no. I think I have to take Wrath here, right? Like, I have plenty more black sources in my deck. It's kind of my best card. This is actually a really tough decision. I think I'm going to take Wrath. Maybe it's greedy. Lurgoyf, sure. The double kick. What's you got? Another Lurgoyf, huh? Haunting Figment, bunch of lands. Okay. Another Tide Turner. Yeah. So I'll just go Wrath. Tide Turner. Great. Vortex. So now I will probably just jam the Vortex and draw a card with Wrath when they pump with Rootwalla. Yeah, because if they want to pump here, I'll eat their whole turn with Vortex and then draw a card. That's pretty good. A Micromancer. I think I'm actually just going to bounce this kicked. They get to use the Lurgoyf ability again, but I'll live. Yeah. Tap, tap. Great. Island. No reason to... Well, I'll attack for one. This won't hurt. Probably not going to just jam Timely. Feeling pretty good about my spot. Oh, sure. It doesn't... I mean, you got a bunch of creatures in your hand? I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. They got a discard? Oh no, that definitely wasn't right. Linebreaker Bailoff, huh? Okay. So got my other black source. So now I have 6 mana, 7, 8 if I want to like cast some spells alongside it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can recast Wrath and then cast a Micromancer for Runic Shot. Don't want to cast the Strider yet, obviously. Yeah, that seems right to me. Take action. I will take the Runic Shot. I'm only going to attack with one of these because I think what I'm going to do on their turn is cycle timely interference with a card draw. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, no kicker. Okay. What's he got? Mm-hmm. Right. So I think I'm going to cast Frost Fist Strider, lock this down. And then Runic Shot it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do it now, I think. I could have scryed, I suppose. Then I'm just going to attack with Micromancer. Because I don't want to expose Raft to like Artillery Blast or something like that. Doesn't really seem worth getting the point in for that. Sure. Elfheim Worm. So I think I'm going to extinguish the light on that. And then what? It leaves me with 4 mana untapped, and I can cast Terror and Figment. Yeah. Oh, actually, oh no, I still can't. Okay, so we'll go this, this. Cool. All right, we got there. Cool. The deck turned out sweet. That was, I mean, that was awesome. Like I said, I've mostly just been like attacking people to death, and so going off with like a sweet control deck was actually super fun. That worked out really well, and I feel good about the build. Tide Turner actually was really solid. So it's a little weak defensively, but it was fine, and it actually enabled a lot of my plays. So that felt really good. Cool. All right, 1-0, super round 2. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, if I could survive the early turns, I feel like I'm in good shape. Yeah, this is a hand. It's not amazing, but I mean, I could cycle timely to see what else I get. Got a 2-drop that I would be happy just trading off. Card draw effect. Yeah, this seems fine. Yeah. Join the Figment. It might just die to something. I don't really care about this card. Yeah, great. That's actually really amazing for me. I love that trade. Steel Crusher, sure. Um, yeah, no reason not just jam Espionage here. Great. Oh, sure. The Terror. I think I'm going to jam Lookout on my own here to block and trade. It could be Micromancer. I think playing Micromancer on my next turn, like going like Micromancer plus Runic Shot to like kill whatever creature they have is going to be a much better sequence. Okay. I'm going to get some damage in here, but I'll live. Now this might be another Essence Scatter, which is kind of bad. But I think we got to go for it. Nope. And then if this is Shore Up, that's also kind of bad, but I think I'll be okay. Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I'm in good shape now. I got multiple removal spell, or removal spell in my hand, removal spell in my hand, a big creature. Timely can cycle and make things awkward for him. Plenty of lands. Slayer Terror. Okay. Frostfist Strider. A pretty good draw. How do I want to do this? I could just get my own Terror in play. Though it's a little scary because they have cards in their hand and a bunch of mana untapped, and so I don't actually just want to block on the Terror. I also don't want to like double block on Steel Crusher or like with Strider and Micromancer on that. So I'm going to play Aquifer because I think my next turn, because they're going to attack with Terror, and I think what I'm going to want to do is Micromancer, and then Runic Shot the Terror again. I suppose I could have just killed it with Vortex this turn. That's fine. Yeah, I think we're just going to get Terror in play. We'll see what happens. I suppose that like there could have been a later turn where I cast this for cheap, and so maybe this was like an awkward sequencing. I don't know. And again, there's merit to. I could have just played the island, I suppose, and then just killed the Terror outright. Maybe that would have been the better play, but I think I'm okay. And they're not just snapping off the attack, which tells me that oh, sure. Okay. Right. I'm just going to double block now. Oh, maybe they want to trade it with Steel Crusher. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I'm actually super okay with that. Well, I say super okay. I mean, I think it's fine. It eats their whole turn. And really what I needed here was the time. Right. So I now have 7 mana, right? So I think I'm just going to tap this with Frostfist. And... well, actually, maybe I do want to do the Micromancer Runic Shot play. Yeah, I actually think that that's better because I'm going to want to kill this Terror anyways. Like, this Terror has to die, basically. And so I think I'm going to go like this. Take action. I really hope this isn't Shore Up. Runic Shot, yes. Ward 2, please don't be Shore Up. Okay, cool. Because now whatever follow-up they have, I'm going to be able to now tap that down with the Frostfist Strider. I think I'm just going to be able to tempo them out of the rest of the game now. Sure. One timely. So I got another timely in my deck still for the Micromancer. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good. So again, 7 mana. Could go Micromancer for timely, cast the Soaring Drake, attack with these two. I kind of want to do that. I don't really need the value, but I do want to do that before I draw my second timely, then this is just a 3/3. It's not the most important thing. But like that just like creates enough like defense that like I don't really need to like jam the Strider right now. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm going to attack with these two. I have to apply some amount of pressure and attack with these guys because I might not be able to block Haunting Figment anyways. I like my spot. Oh. They didn't kick. Okay. We'll play the swamp. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is attack with everything because I have these double timelies. And so like they might try to like double block here and I could go like timely. This is kind of annoying for them. Yeah. This is lethal. They got to do some mana blocking, so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Do I just double cycle these? I think so. Keeps my Drake alive. Oh. Well, now I don't really need to, because I think I'm just going to jam my asthma. I got to run his Vortex back up. Like, yeah, they're in trouble. By in trouble, I mean they're almost certainly dead. Cool. Hey, Micromancer is a pretty good card. I'm pretty satisfied with Micromancer. It's funny. I think I played one of these in my first ever draft, and there's like a number of cards like this that are like like Treasure Mage, Trinket Mage, all that kind of stuff, where it's this like kind of undersized body. 4 mana 3/3 is a little undersized, and it's like an undersized body, but then it like finds you like this specific thing. And a lot of times those cards are like very like okay, like not amazing. Um, but in this set, like there are so many good 1 mana spells that like this is like just truly. It's like, I mean, like, yeah, I'm finding like, runic shots and stuff. Like I'm just like, it's a 4 mana 3/3 that like buys a free removal spell for me. Like that's amazing. And the removal spell is like my like super cheap 1 mana ones that are like really efficient and excellent, like just really solid. And then the 4 mana 3/3, like when you're like doing that kind of effect, I mean, it's a really good body. So I'm sure at this point in the format, I don't have to tell you that Micromancer is good, but like it's definitely overperformed from where I expected it to when I first read. I was like, oh, it'll probably be okay. No. Card's really good. Awesome. So 2-0. See you for round 3. Okay, round 3. Round 3. What do we got? I go first. I don't have my other colors, but I think that's fine. And then I got some like reasonable plays, like as I do draw lands, this card will cycle. Yeah, it's a fine hand. Oh, defenders, huh? Okay. I actually think I'm just gonna cycle this then. Sure. I hope this isn't Blight Pile. I hope my... Oh. That's fine. I really don't like this card. These kind of things are just like not that good and limited. I mean, it might be okay here. Like when you run it out on like turn 2 and your opponent is playing like a control plan, like this is like the like highest upside time to like hit this card because like I'm not applying pressure, and they cast it early, so they can afford to like spend their second turn just looking at my hand and getting rid of a card as opposed to as opposed to like needing to defend themselves against like my creatures or something like that. And they didn't draw it like in the late game when like all the cards are spent or whatever. Like it's just like not. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Micromancer. Here I'll get Rona's Vortex because I don't have the white yet. Sure. Yeah. I want one of these runic shots eventually, but I can't cast it yet. So is it too risky for me to grab one? No, I think I'll just take the timely. It's a little bit safer. A Blight Pile, sure. And a drawbridge, okay. a geyser. I think I'm going to geyser the blight pile. Yeah, I'll start with that. All my swamps. Yeah. This. I'm not going to cycle the timely now. Let's see how they do this. Right. Okay. So I could just vortex this, like, and kill it, and then I will also kill the Rager if I do that. Or I could just timely on this, and then it means the same either way, right? But I could save the timely doing it this way. Yeah, we'll just kill this. Yeah. Oh, blue. Okay. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I was like definitely winning this game, and now it's like maybe not. Yeah, so they're gonna go Micromancer for Runic Shot, Tolarian Terror. Oh boy. Well, I mostly got out from under the Chaplain, which is good. I mean, it's like still a big problem, but less of a problem now. Like they can't even like trade off with my board at all, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Haunting Figment, gonna save my timely because the Figment will get pushed through with the timely, so. Boy, see, Chaplain is so good. Scavenger, okay. Scavenger's kind of annoying, because now they can like trade off with Terror, maybe. Oh, perfect. Okay. So the thing is, I want to use Timely, so maybe I just attack with these, because the best blocks would be like this here, and then they could try to like block on Terror, but they know I got the Timely. And so it's like one, yeah, but so I don't want to just jam the Figment into a bird here, but if I like use the main phase Timely, well, actually that's probably still good enough, right? Because I'll get two in, and then they still don't have good blocks. Yeah, so I'll just do it. It's like I could get more value out of not doing that, but oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, and so now this is like a lethal attack. I mean, these are both lethal attackers. If I could just cast a main phase spell, I'm in good shape. And oh boy, another bird. And one card in hand. Just the terror. Hmm. Okay. I got plenty of cards in my hand. A little tap Haunted Figment. Yeah, okay. Maybe they have a Runic Shot of their own? Coral Colony could kill me. Oh, Drawbridge. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. Jeez, man. I just need a main phase spell. Okay. I don't really want to scry because they're just going to mill me with Coral Colony anyways. I still might lose. I might lose to the Coral Colony because I can't get through. Like, what in the world, man? Like, I basically have to kill them next turn? I might actually lose this game. Yeah, because they can just tap all my creatures. Oh, but so they can only get one. So I think I go to attack first. Yeah, hang on. Because they got to choose their taps, right? How do you block? Mm-hmm. Why would you do that now, I wonder? Because now I'm just going to Runic Shot that. Yes. And then I'll probably main phase Extinguish the Light, so they have to like tap both of these. I have enough mana to do that, right? 5, 6, yeah. So. Oh no. Well, they can only tap one creature. Mm-hmm. That might be okay. Is there a reason to tap anything here? No, not yet. Yep. So 4 cards in my deck. Mm-hmm. Getting there. I got 3 lethal creatures. Might have inched out of this one. We'll see. Oh. This was a good game. This was a good game. Holy cow. That was a tough one. Opponent had a really good deck. I really liked it. Yeah, defenders are good when you get there with Chaplain, but I was able to grind it out. 3 cards left in my deck. I thought that Coral Colony was going to kill me. Very lucky to draw my Extinguish the Light there. That didn't have to happen. If that hadn't been Extinguish the Light, like I think I drew that right on the turn that I needed to as well. I think I would have just died to the Coral Colony, but I didn't. Holy cow, that was a really good game. All right, cool. 3-0. See you for round 4. All right, round 4. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see it. Feeling good. I'm feeling good, team. Do I still feel good? I do. I think this is fine. Got multiple cycle cards in my hand, so I can, if I do like run into like no land weirdness, I can fix that. Oh, it didn't happen. I just never didn't have it. Draw my colors. It's great. Life's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ruwala, sure. What do I actually cast here? Like, it seems silly to just Geyser the Root Wall. I feel like I could get more out of this later. I could Geyser kick it, you know, and but I think I just want to hit my lands. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, see, okay. Because now I can go Micromancer. I draw another land. I got Strider back up. Like I'll be fine. Uh oh. Yeah, I mean I'm super at peace with that. Yeah. So we go Micromancer. Find my Runic Shot. I think I could find Vortex too. Is Vortex better than Runic Shot? I actually don't think so. And then depending on what they do here, might just eat this Hydromancer. Okay. Uh oh. Okay. Rager. That's a good draw. I think I'm just going to cast Frostfist Strider, tapping Hydromancer, and then battle. Swing with the Micromancer. Tide Turner being able to cast Interference is really solid. It's really good. I've played with Tide Turners before, and they've been really poor. This deck has felt really good in. Hmm. Yeah, can't do anything about that. My turn. All right. So I think I'm going to cast Rager. Let's see what I draw. Sure. Land. I'll just attack with Micromancer. Yep. Haunting Figment. I can't cast my Extinguished Light right now, but that's fine. Sleeper. Okay. Well, so they have mana untapped. This tells me that they might have a trick, but I have a Timely in my hand. Part of me wants to just Timely. So it might be tricky for my Timely to save something because they might have a pump anyways. And really, the only thing it could save is like my Micromancer, basically, which is good. But there's merit to just jamming this main phase, and then again, if they want to use a pump to save their thing, that's fine. Yeah, I think I just go for it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Great. I think I'm just going to kick this too. I mean, they have a bunch of cards in hand, but the chance that I like actually want to cast something on this turn is pretty low, so I might as well get the card off of them. Yeah, I mean, that worked out. I wasn't going to cast anything anyways. Really could use another Black Source, but it's fine. I have plays to make in the meantime. Ripping through my deck. I anticipate like my opponent only has 4 mana, so I anticipate that they're like in they're having mana problems and color problems. Yeah, so they got an outrider here because this suggests like a domain type theme, you know. So any effects? No. Okay. A vortex. Yeah. So first I'll just jam Strider. Uh huh. Okay, they just concede. Great. I wasn't gonna attack with Tide Turner that turn, so I could like keep the vortex up and just like tempo them out. but I didn't need to. So opponent looked like they were like, I don't want to call it choking because they hit 4 mana, but yeah, they looked like they were having land and color problems. Like, you know, we see like the blue, black, and red here required for their spells. Now I got white and green on 4 lands, but that's what happens when you live the multicolor life, I guess. All right, cool, 4-0. All right, round 5. Round 5. Got a mythic opponent. I don't know what 93% means. I don't actually know what that means. Opponent goes first. I'll keep. Yeah, no reason to not start on the island here. Kind of want to wait for the scry on this to see what else I draw, what else I need. Spider Goblin, yeah. Yeah, so here I'm going to cast, or I'm going to play this just so I can see, yeah, because I don't want Tide Turner. I'm glad I did that. Right. I'm going to get some attacks in here. It's fine, I'll live. Yes, I think I'm just going to jam Wrath. I think it's fine. I'm not actually going to block with Wrath this turn because I got the Timely in my hand. Then again, I might not even get a good chance to because it might get Essence Scattered. Yeah, that's all right. I got a bunch of good follow-ups, so... Oh, look out of your own. Okay. All right. Double Timely. Well, I think I'm going to cast Micromancer. Take action. Then... I'm kind of under pressure, so I sort of want to take the Runic Shot because it'll actually like answer something for cheaper if they continue to attack. Yeah, like that's the way to go. I'll probably just trade the Micromancer off with the Goblin, even though I have the Timelies to like save it on a later turn. I can do the same thing with Talus Lookout if I get enough blue sources. I need another land to cast Lookout though, so I might be in a little bit of trouble. Like, there's no way I don't block here unless they kill my creature. So under pressure, Rager. I think it's really risky to cast Rager here, right? Yeah. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use one Timely just to cycle, see what I get. Yeah, it's fine. I'll roll a Runic Shot. This, they get the 2-for-1. I don't care. I have so many cards in my hand. I just gotta live for a second. An Argosy, okay. A Jhin, sure. Well, kind of problematic. How do I get out from under that Jhin? How do I do it? They're gonna need one of my removal spells eventually. I think it's gonna kill it. Could just jam Terror. Gets in the way of Splatter Goblin. It's gonna be tough for them to answer. They'll get to hit me in the air for some. Other option is to like go like Talus Lookout. Like block Goblin, look for more cards with the Lookout. Might be the way to go. Because I have to find an answer for this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Might just die to pressure, which is kind of sad. My hand was just a little too slow and they had tempo effects, so that's kind of bad. And it blocks this turn, though I might come to regret it. Another Jhin of the Fountain. Man, this card's not even good. So what do I do? What do I do? Play Phyrexian Rager, I go to 4. Yeah, I think it's got to be something like this. Right, okay. And then I still have 3 mana. And so on their turn, I can Timely. So I have to go like block, Timely, go to 1. And then if they have a spell, I actually just die. It's pretty bad. In fact, I think I'm dead. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Any way out of this? I don't think so. I could Strider one of them, and then I got ground blockers. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I don't have enough for Strider and Drake. And there's no way to get 2 kill spells? Nah, I'm just dead. Okay. Tough, tough, tough. So we just kind of got tempoed out by like not even a good tempo deck. Just was a little too slow on the defense. Let's take a look. Yeah, just was a little too slow on the defense between the Essence Scatter and the Tribute, like killing my blockers and then having a good 2-drop to pound me. Yeah, I feel like I could have gotten out of this, actually. Well, I don't think I made any poor plays. I was just a little choked up. I mean, I have so many more resources than my opponent, and I could eventually, like, fight these guys in the air. Yeah, just tempoed out a little bit too much. Like, if I actually had a life total there, I think I could have got out of this game. That's okay. All right, 4-1. All right, round 6. I think what really killed me that last game was having to use Crystal Grotto as one of my colored sources. I can't keep this hand. It just like made each of my plays like a little bit too slow. Better, except now I have no white. I think I have to keep it though. I'm gonna bottom Wrath actually because I have no spells to cast with it, and I think I'm gonna need to use this like tempo-based removal spell. I think I'm gonna have to find a white source, use this removal spell to like get me out of whatever position I find myself in here. This is very bad. This is very bad. Does he have just a little bit of splash and gets you in trouble? I'll never stop talking about it. You can't make me. This is my channel, and I will complain about how splashing kills you all the time until I die. So, I got Tide Turner. Yeah, this Tide Turner isn't doing anything, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, here I think we're just gonna cast Espionage. What the hell? Actually, I could have waited to do that. But that's okay. Reason I was thinking maybe I should wait is because if I drew like one of my tap lands or something, because I could have done it with Tide Turner, but I actually want Tide Turner to block here, so yeah, okay. I don't really care about them gaining life. Scrying's fine. Their sleeves, so cool. Definitely gonna block. We'll see what happens. No, 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 no. Yeah, I thought that looked like a charge. Resolve. Resolve. Okay, so that'll kill it anyways, but I think I'm just going to just cycle, save myself the life point. Yeah. Now, what do I cast here? Is it Micromancer or is it Lookout? I think it's Micromancer. No, I think it's Lookout. Well, yeah, I think it's Lookout because I want to find. I'll just trade it off with whatever, and then I want to find like more action, and then next turn I could like Micromancer find Vortex and like have that just up. You know, I could reset the electrostatic infantry. Like, I think I can afford to spend a card here and take a little card disadvantage to reset the infantry so that I don't die. I'll stall for time. Okay, that's actually not bad for me at all. That's really aggressive. Aquifer. Don't really need to get that in play, so I'm gonna go like this. Micromancer. Take action. Yeah, we'll take Vortex. No attacks. Just I don't need to pressure that bad. I'd much rather make sure that I'm able to live through my turns here. If they attack with just infantry, I'm going to double block. Wait to see what they do. And then Vortex if I need to do something. Oh. As it enters the battlefield. Do I do this now? Do I just jam the Vortex? They could make my Extinguish the Light and my Runic Shot a lot more expensive, but it still might be what I need to do. Because I don't, now if they attack, I don't really want to double block while they have mana open. Yeah, I think I do, actually. Them making either of these cards more expensive just doesn't, I don't really care about it all that much. I do need to kind of draw some decent cards here, though. That's a good card. Yeah, so we'll go with this. Yeah, definitely need my white now, but yeah, no attacks. I got him pretty blocked up. But if I don't find a white source, I'm probably going to lose this game. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I cast Tide Turner? I can't cast my Extinguish the Light this turn if I do. So I actually don't think I'm going to because I don't think it's that important. And I kind of want to use like all of my mana. I think I'm going to cast Extinguish the Light this turn. Probably on Griffin Protector. To make sure I take as little damage as possible. And so I'd rather take the much more mana efficient turn. I don't think I need Tide Turner and play to block this turn. They do get to set their hand up nicely. With the old Goblin Picker. I'm going to have to start drawing better than I am to get out of this game, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do I think of that? I think I just jam it to try to find more and better action. Yeah, okay, here we go. I think I will attack with this. I'm going to have to start pressuring them. And do they? I don't think they have any attacks if I do this. So yeah. Oh, okay. They still don't really have attacks. I kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Put it on top, huh? Okay. Yeah, no, I really got to start drawing better than this. I did get the Frostfist Strider. That was helpful. But hmm. It's just the Runic Shot, man. I really need the white. I have all my white cards in my hand. It's so bad. Okay. This is Heroic Charge. I'm in a lot of trouble. What do you think the chances are that they have Heroic Charge? Right. Can I even live? So I'm definitely taking 2. So if I even just take the 1/1s, that's 6 damage right there, and I got to stop 5. Can I even do it? Because then I'd be taking like... I don't even think I could do it. And I kind of have to block like they don't have it. Because like I got to go like that. Go like that. Go like this. Go like this. And then I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I mean, there's just... I think there's no blocks that actually allow me to live here if this is charge kicked. Oh, they didn't kick it. So I still kind of die? They should have kicked that. I'd be dead. As it is, they just get to make really good trades and hit me for 1,000,000 instead. Mm-hmm. But there's just no getting out of it at this point. I can cast Drake. I can Runic Shot 1 creature, but yeah, that's it. All right. Dang. All right. Well, 4 and 2. Oh, we were doing so good. Yeah. I was just under a lot of pressure there and couldn't find my white sources, either in my opening hand or in my follow-up hand. So that's pretty ugly. That's how it goes sometimes, though. All right, cool. Well, round 7. All right, round 7. Here's to winning out. Here's to winning out. This hand is bad. I think I'm going to keep it, though. Start with Island. I just have no cheap spells, but I don't think I want to mulligan something like this when I can, like, can cast all my stuff. Oh, much better. See, here we go. Now I feel a lot better. Uh-huh. Oh, geez. Okay. I'll just play this in Scry. Well, I want the land eventually. It just seems like I need action, actually. Turn 2 Missionary is decent. But I'm actually not that scared of it. Like, the lifelink I don't really care about. Or Ruwala. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no thanks. So it's really just kind of like a decent 2-3. It's fine. Hero block, Rootwalla, and then when they go to activate, I'll kill it with Vortex. I do want to kill it with Vortex, right? No, I want to kill it with Extinguish the Light, because they both will kill it, except this will gain me some life when I do it this way. And this gives me the option to later use Vortex differently. So, Vortex for the turn. Grotto is annoying. Okay. I think I just take that. Yeah, it's mana efficient to not spend the Vortex right now, but I kind of don't care. I could just Runic Shot that, but I think it's just better to get Strider in play. Elfie Morg, sure. Timely Interference. So I think I'm going to Vortex this. Attack. I guess they get to crack back with Missionary now, so maybe that's not so good. Yeah, maybe I should have just like left that on defense. That was a little aggressive. Yeah, I probably didn't need to sacrifice the 4 life there to get 4 life on them. That's okay. I hope that doesn't cost me. Hexmane Tortoise. Okay, really don't care about that card. Oh. Well, that seems like the thing to do. I mean, I lose my my Figment, but that's okay. So actually I'm going to attack with both. And then choking my Asthma. And then maybe Runic Shot. And so if I choking my Asthma, this will only cost 3. And then a Runic Shot, it'll cost 2. I can do the whole thing, yeah. Then again, if something happens and because they got 3 mana untapped, and so I don't actually really need to get damage in, and so I think it's safer to not attack in case something bad happens here. I'm sacrificing a bunch of damage, but I accept. Yeah, okay. Do I Runic Shot this? I think I do. I'm out of removal now, but now I have a 2 mana 5/5. I have Frostfist Strider. Oh. Yeah, I think I want all of this. I want both of these cards. Um, what one do I want first? Probably Strider, right? No, no. Yeah, go like that. I don't think I'm scared of any haste creatures. Okay, I mean, yeah. Or do I cast Terror? Or do I cast Lookout? I think I attack first. I think I'm going to cast Lookout to get this on the field, and then because I think there's other creatures that I want to tap down more. Yeah. I have something. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little disappointed in myself for just taking that 4 damage unnecessarily. If I had 16 life here, even if my opponent was at 22, I'd feel like in such a better spot. But that's okay. Can't make perfect plays all the time. Another blue source would be insane here too. Yeah. Okay. I think I just tapped on Berserker and attack, right? Alternatively, I could go Micromancer. I still can't cast the Terror, though, so that's actually better to do on a follow-up turn if I get another blue source. So yeah, we'll just tap down Berserker for now. Now, white is okay. Now I kind of want to go Micromancer. Yeah, this is the play here. So first I'm going to attack with everything. I'm going to Micromancer, Runic Shot, the Berserker. I still got another Runic Shot, right? Yes. So, yeah, first attack. Sure. If this is a pump, I'm super at peace with that. Yeah, okay. Micromancer. Runic Shot. It'll deal 1 to something. Me. I'll go to 9. And cast Terror. Okay. Now it's going to have to be real good. Cool. All right. That worked out. A little scary. A little scary. I guess not that scary, but it was like I was like fairly behind, and then I just had a couple of turns where I clearly got out of it. My Asthma was really nice there too. Does Beast Caller trigger on whenever you cast a creature spell? So kind of a Nombo with Captain's Call. Yeah, interesting deck for my opponent. I wonder, did they cast any blue cards, or is that just for Domain? I wonder. I don't know. Not really sure what else is going on the other side of the table. Anyways, I know what was going on my side of the table, and that was winning. So see you for round, what, 8? Yeah. All right, round 8. Got 5 wins. I'm already satisfied. Let's see if we can close it out. Let's see if we can close it out. Oh, yeah, I'll keep this hand. I will keep this hand. Oh, my opponent mulligans. Okay. Cool. Start with Island. Another Island. Well, here I will use the Grotto because I want to make sure I don't just draw like another Island. Swamp. I'm going to bottom it. I'm going to bottom it. I do want another black source for some of my cards eventually, but I will find another one eventually, and I really don't want to draw another land here, so. And I already have like 1 black source for like the kicker on this or the kicker on Vortex or whatever. It's not ideal because it's Crystal Grotto, but I just think Swamp there is just too weak. Oh, okay. Setting up the draw a little bit. Another Island. Well, that's not what I wanted, but that's okay. Oh, see, there's my other black source, but way too much mana. That's all right. Now, this first Micromancer is probably going to get Essence Scattered, but I just... Oh, it's not. Okay. Now, what do I get? I think I get Rona's Vortex as my first spell. Also up against Esper. Interesting. Callous Lookout, sure. I think I'm going to attack with both and then Timely them. If they want to block here, that's fine. And they get to do some card sorting here, but I'm not worried about that. Then I'm gonna. The thing is, what is it? The Runic Shot's not going to be amazing here because they're actually the ones under pressure, and so they're probably not going to be attacking me or having a tapped creature for a while. So there is merit to maybe grabbing the other Timely Interference. In fact, maybe I will because I got 2 tempo effects in my hand, and the Timely is going to make it really hard for them to actually block well, and I'm not going to cast a Runic Shot for a long time. So typically Runic Shot's a better card in most situations, but I think in this particular board state the Timely is a little bit better. Oh, they got a Runic Shot there. Okay. Do some scrying. Put a card on top. I wonder where it is. Oh. Yeah, that's brave. We're at 12. Okay. I'll play my other swamp here, I suppose. First thing to do is attack. The only card I'd be scared of is like the drag down spell, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. This is actually lethal if they just play a blocker, so like if they just play like a 5-mana spell here, then I just bounce with Vortex and they die. And they know I have it. Well, now the drag down spell is lethal. Aether Channeler. Okay. I'll bounce that to my hand. Yeah. Is there any reason to just cycle the timely here? I don't think so. Oh, Wrath. Okay. I think I'm gonna cast Wrath. Well, oh, here's how I do it. So I cast Wrath. Next, attack with both of these. And then I will timely this so that my Figment can't be blocked. And then draw a card. Mm-hmm. And then I think I do cast Rager. Again, the only card I'm really super scared of is the Wrath. So do I even cast it? No, I think maybe I just leave Vortex up. Yeah. Vortex will both allow me to keep them from getting a blocker through. And, like, I just don't think they're going to be able to block me at all this turn. Extinguish Light, sure. Do I Vortex that? It keeps them from gaining life, and I, like, save my creature. There's actually merit to that. I trade my Vortex instead for the Haunting Figment, because the Haunting Figment is lethal, and then they have to block Micromancer on my next turn. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to Vortex that. Oh, it's don't control. Never mind. I will not do that. I elect not to. Yeah. I gotta have something. They gotta have something. I suppose they don't have to. They could be planning on going to 1. Okay, so I could so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I would have 2 mana left available to me if I go for the Wrath attack. But I just feel like they have to have something here. It just seems needlessly aggressive. Because if they do have something, I'd like spend my entire turn and then don't get anything done. Yeah, they got play. Okay, so tap them both, draw a card. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I'll go Rager. I'll play Drake. Yes, end turn. Okay. Is this the Wrath? Nope. Okay, cool. Great. Great. Yeah, so that went super well. Yeah, maybe a little conservative on my part, but like I just felt like conservative was like perfectly fine here because there's just no way I lose this game if I don't like just like super aggressively go all in on trying to make sure my opponent dies and then I like lose all my resources and suddenly it's actually like a real game. Even then I'd still probably be in good shape, but there's just no reason to do that. Cool. All right, on to the last and final round. See that? Okay, this is it. Round 9. Let's make it happen. Let's together do it. You're here with me. I'm here with you. Is this hand okay? I think it has to be. I'll put a mulligan. Good sign. Good sign. So I don't have my white for my runic shot, but we'll get there. Don't have white for runic shot, but we will get there. I don't think I mulligan this. That seems too aggressive. But having a card I can't cast on one of my weaker spells is not ideal. Okay, so they have Flowstone Infusion. Yeah, Tapland's fine. Right, okay. Yeah, we're gonna battle. Whoa, okay. Rager, sure. Let's go Micromancer. Clearly gonna get Vortex. And that's my turn. Strider is a good draw. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This cute pup. A Warbrute. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so Frostfist Strider. Pretty clear Strider play here. I can even Vortex at the end of their turn. I don't think I want to spend that aggressively, but like I do have a super solid board here, so. What's this? They're being very intentional about their mana. Kavu. Oh, because they want the double red? Okay. Oh, great. So, yeah, so I have, what, 7 mana to cast spells with. So I think this is getting a Runic Shot, leaving me with 6 mana to cast spells. So I could attack with both. They could double pump and try to, like, kill this, at which point I Vortex it. I could just Vortex it now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go... I think I'm just going to kill that with Vortex. Is that too aggressive? I could go... Oh, yeah, actually, you know what I could do? I think it's what I will do. I think I'm going to go Micromancer for Timely. Because then they can really only trade with the Micromancer. And it'll allow me to save my Vortex. Because they're going to have a really hard time dealing with Frostfist Strider. Oh, okay, maybe not. Yeah. So definitely going to kill the Kabu first. And then if I Timely once, I mean, I get to 2 for one of them. All right. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty fine with that. All right, and so they do the pump, but now I get them with the 2 for 1. Yeah, they get my Strider off the field. I could just Vortex too, but that just seems pretty needless. Yeah. Like, I'm going to clear their board, get in for some damage. You can get the Scry here. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. Okay. Let's see what you got. I don't think they would have done that if they had Temporal Firestorm, though they could. The Beachfront makes me wonder. Atrocity, sure. Kicked. They get something. Oh, Rager. I mean, that's a good combo. Do I block? No. I have so much life. Like I'm used to like being like in the defensive position where it's like I don't want to risk the life, but I see no reason to risk my Micromancer. Like I'm going to start like attacking them for lethal here. Like, oh, Timely is actually a good draw. Suppose I could have cast Wrath first in case they like block. Yeah. Okay. So there's this Flowstone Fusion. I know they have one. Actually, it wouldn't have saved it anyways. So actually, if they go Flowstone Fusion, I might just bounce this with Vortex, or kill it with Vortex. In fact, or do I just let it happen? Because if I think I want to keep the Vortex actually. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Because instead I get to go Lookout plus Wrath. Yes. I can even cycle Timely on the end of the turn to draw a card. Actually, if they just cast a blocker, basically it has to be Temporal Firestorm here. I really wish you could use Rona's Vortex on your own creatures. That'd be super sick. Steel Crusher, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Berserker. Okay. So if I bounce one with Vortex, I could attack. It doesn't really actually do all that much. Right. So I actually think I'll just kill this with Vortex. Attack with the squad. Or no, I'll actually draw a card with Wrath, and then attack with these two. Like that. Maybe that wasn't the best way to do things. Maybe I didn't have to do that, and it was a little aggressive with my Wrath. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I think I'm still in okay shape here, but what the hell? I draw a card. Micromancer. Oh. Well, I'm going to draw it anyways. Hang on. So I have both of my Timelies. That's both of my Runic shots. And my Rona's Vortex. So actually, I don't want to draw that. So I'm going to cast Micromancer this turn and get it anyways, even though it's weird that it's on top. Man, they were playing like they had a Wrath too. Like I was feeling it, but that's okay. I think I'm still in fine shape. I have a Silver Scrutiny in my hand. I have like a bunch of creatures. Garna, okay. Phyrexian Espionage. I think I will play that and kick it. Because rates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I still have 2 mana. I could cast Haunting Figment. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Yes. Got rid of the Dragon Whelp. Okay, Swamp. So I could attack with both, sacrifice the Rager to get 3 damage in, and then play the Drake, and then they're like kind of in trouble. Yeah. Or actually, yeah, we'll do it like this. Because if they they just do like this, now they're gonna have to draw something in order to and actually I'll just play Haunting Figment, so I could like main phase Timely, and then they're dead. So they basically have to draw something that'll deal with Haunting Figment here, which they could. Wow. Oh my gosh. Like my instincts were like, I don't remember enough about what happened there. to remember exactly what it was that like tripped off my like instincts that they had some kind of a wrath that they were playing with. I mean, I'm sure it was like fairly obvious to maybe some of you watching too, but I can't remember the details of what it was exactly. Um, but I was like, man, they like I just was feeling the wrath the whole time. And then yeah, they had dragged to the bottom, which is actually not what I expected here. I didn't expect the double black out of them like that, though maybe I should have. Um, so that almost got him out of it, but I was just way too far ahead at that point. They kind of just had to like sacrifice too much. I'd already gotten too much value out of everything else I had done. So wow. All right, gang, 7-2, we got there. Nice little trophy. I loved this deck. I loved it. I had so much fun. Um, Micromancer is incredible. Micromancer is truly incredible. Really, really super good. Let's take a look at the deck. Oh wait. Oh, okay, no, I can still look. Yeah. So triple Micromancer, insane. Really, really, really great. I don't think I ever actually cast Silver Scrutiny, which fine. Wrath was really good. Striders were obviously good. Like I had like a decent enough top end with the Striders. I was worried about getting into this, like how I was actually going to get damaged through because like sometimes you can like gain a bunch of value and then your opponent casts like I don't know like the domain 4/6 or whatever. I gotta remember what that card's called because I talk about it all the time. But then it's like okay, well I've generated value, but my value is like getting a bunch of dumb ground dudes, and now I can't actually attack. But so. Now, obviously, that's not like what happened here, but that was like my concern going into like a deck like this when it's like I don't have like insane evasion or anything like that. And so it's like you kind of like it increases the number of like must kills your opponent has like when your offense is like a little anemic and it's just like a bunch of 3/3s. Does that make sense? um but overall it was really good. I mean like it's I had so many tempo effects um that like it really kind of didn't matter that much. The runic shots were good. It was a little awkward like in a lot of games like this was like really premium. Like having a 1 mana removal spell like this is like really excellent, but the tapped creature part is more awkward than you might think. It really does make a difference that like if you are trying to like punch through attackers, like there's a lot of boards where it was like oh this is awkward. And then of course the mana thing was obviously a problem sometimes, but overall it was not. Yeah, love this card, so good. And then yeah, I think that again, this was like the best Tide Turner deck that I've had. Like the Tide Turners really did work out and added a lot. Like being able to like tap out for Micromancer and know that I could cast one of my 1 mana blue spells with the Tide Turner if that's what was needed actually was like super nice, and it like helped me like kick some other stuff too. Like actually, this kind of performed well in this deck. So yeah, super happy with it. So that's the draft, everybody. I'm gonna rip open some packs if you want to continue watching. That's what's about to happen here. I got 8 of them, so I'll try to fly through these. Got a Morrow, got a Runic Shot, Stronghold Arena. Morrow's kind of the best card here. I don't know, like, so I've heard good things. Like, okay, obviously this card's really good, and you get like the full domain. It's like a 5 mana 10/10. I mean, it's gigantic, right? But at a certain point, like, size is just size, which like the difference between like a 7/7 and a 10/10 isn't actually all that much. It is. Don't get me wrong, it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like at a certain point where it's like, oh, too big for me to kill. It's too big to kill. So while this card is definitely good, like it's like good and you want to put in your deck, I don't know how much of a high pick it is because like it's not that difficult to just get like some form of sizable beef into your green deck. It doesn't have to be this card. So all I'm saying is like if you're playing green, pick this card and play it, obviously, especially if you're playing domain. Like it's great. It's not an argument against the card. It's an argument against like picking this aggressively. I don't think it's like if you have to replace this with like some other kind of beef, I think you'll be fine. So out of this, I think I'd start with the Runic Shot again, maybe. Yeah? I didn't just click open all, did I? No, okay. Here it's probably going to be Prayer Binding. Nope, it's Herd Migration. Again, I've talked about this card before, but exactly the kind of thing you want to start a draft with. Cheap and expensive. It's good. Otherwise, Prayer Binding. Nice removal spell, gains some life. And it hits anything. I mean, there's a couple like exile effects for white in this set that like if you get them, that's really solid. Best commons, Cavalier. Here, oh, it's not Ravaz. I actually don't know if you should start with Tail Swipe or Sprouting Goblin. Tail Swipe is super good and very important. Sprouting Goblin is like, it's almost like a better way to start a draft though, because like it just, well, it is multicolor, I guess, so maybe not. But it really opens up your domain deck and is really excellent when you do hit it with the kicker. I actually don't know between these two what I like a little bit more. I really don't know. I think I'd start with the Tail Swipe just because it's a little bit more likely to make your deck, but Sprouting Goblin, if you are in red-green, is probably a little bit better. But even then, it's like, maybe not, because you want the removal spell in the Tail Swipe. Oh, this is going to be electrostatic infantry for sure. Baird was good. It's in my red white deck. He was actually a little bit. So when I first read this card, for some reason I kept forgetting like how enlist like affected some of the abilities on some of the cards. So like the creature with power greater than its base power. I was like, well, you got the equipment, I guess. There's like some pumps. There's some counter stuff like +1/+1 counter stuff in this set, but like actually not a lot of it compared to like a lot of sets. So I was like, well, there's like some effects, but no, you just like play a bunch of enlist creatures and this works all the time. So it's really great. But I would start with electrostatic infantry. This card's insane. I have not seen this card do anything yet. I believe that it can. I've never seen this. I've never seen this copy a creature, and it's a creature you control. If you're playing green blue, obviously play it. Otherwise, I'm not too excited. But I just started the lightning strike here. Hmm. Boy, it's gonna be Micromancer. Ooh, actually, Curian Beastcaller. I actually don't know. This card is, if you run this out on turn two and then you follow it up with like a creature or two, like you're so likely to win that game that I think you should pick the Beast Caller here though. Though it is like a little bit riskier. Like if you draw this on like turn like 12 as your last card, it's like a lot worse. But even then, it's like no worse than like any other 2-drop you're going to put in your deck, and it's a 2-drop that like threatens to just win the game for you sometimes. So I think Beast Caller is a little bit better. Otherwise, it's definitely Micromancer. Of these two, I like Hurloon Battle Hymn. King Darien, man, this did own me than my last draft. And it's really good. An Anthem that's on a creature that also like creates more creatures and like this has so many abilities on it and they're all good and it's reasonably costed. This card is really good. But I don't know if you want to pick this like multicolor kind of aggro style card over the Hurloon Battle Hymn. I think I start with Battle Hymn, but maybe not. Maybe this is sweet enough that like I will say that like one thing you want to pay attention to with any multicolor spell that you pick is like how good is this if I can't cast it until I get my splash color like on like turn 10 or whatever. This guy's actually still really good. Like if you run him out on turn three, like obviously it's nuts. Like you like pump your 2-drop and then you like play your follow up spells. You play like Captain's Call or whatever, and it's like if it doesn't die, you just win the game. So maybe it's good enough. And then the thing is like if you do like draw your like green source or whatever, later on, like being able to cast this and it's an immediate anthem effect for your entire team, and it has an ability that can run away with the game. Probably good enough that I think maybe you do pick it over the Battle Hymn here, though. Let me know what you think about this one. This is actually kind of a close pick. I do think Battle Hymn's a little bit better than Prayer of Binding, just because it's cheaper. Well, it might not be true. It's cheaper and it's instant speed. Well, the Prayer Binding's Flash too. Actually, maybe Prayer Binding's better. I was initially thinking that Battle Hymn might be the way to go, but it's actually possible that Prayer of Binding is actually a lot better, even though it's like a mana more, and you gain a little bit less life if you cast it for the 4 mana. But it also gets anything of any size. The only reason I would think it might be Battle Hymn is because I think red's a little bit of a better color than white, but it's not by a lot. So I think either one of those there, it's probably a fine pick. I actually don't know what one is better. This is easily the worst pack, obviously. You would never pick this card first, but I would take Resolute Reinforcements just because if you are playing like a white aggro deck, this card isn't like super good or anything, but it is like exactly what the white decks are doing and kind of what the white decks want. So it's like it's a good synergy piece, and you just want to have your 2-drop slot filled out. So I would pick this here. It's none of the commons. It's like Haunted Mire, which is a horrible pack. Cool. Well, hey, that was the draft, everybody. 7-2, we did it. My first like real control deck of the format, and I loved it. It was so good. Really leaned on Micromancer, but whatever. That's great. That's a good thing to do. Cool. Well, I appreciate you being here, everyone. I will see you next time.